Hi everybody, got another solo Modern Warfare Warzone Victory walkthrough for you. But before we get started with the actual gameplay, I thought I'd show you the weapon I'm using. So I've kind of switched over from using the Grau to using the Kilo 141. So let's have a look at the gunsmith. Now there could well be better ways of setting up this gun. It just seems to work for me. So monolithic suppressor for that extra punch, the extra range, that extra damage you get when you fit it. I just enjoyed the 4x flip hybrid. I like having the red dots, the hollow for close range work, and the flip for when I need to take enemies on at a distance. Perk fully loaded. I know you could well argue, what's the point, because you pick up enough ammo as you're going along. I use fully loaded so that as soon as I pick up my Grau, I've got a full load of ammunition, and also if I die to and go to the gulag and have to come back, and I'm in a situation where you probably haven't got that much ammo at that particular time, as soon as I pick up my custom loadout from a supply drop, I'll have full ammo. 50 round mag, I just think you need that for Warzone so you can smash through players with all their armor. Commando foregrip to control recoil and to help me with aiming stability. RPG is my secondary, as always. It's funny, the RPG, you can go ages without using it, but the fact that it gives you the ability to have an area of effect weapon, you know, a splash damage weapon. So someone goes inside a building, you can fire through the window, and you might not kill them, but you'll take some of their armor off. And you could go several games without having to use it. But then you'll be in a situation where, say, someone goes behind cover as well, they go behind a rock, and you can fire the RPG at the side of the rock to damage them. Very, very useful that way. Perks, cold-blooded to stay off thermal scopes, goes to stay off UAVs and heartbeat sensors, and amped so I can switch to my RPG really quick. Lethal is the Molotov. Again, the idea with this is if someone hides behind a tree or hides behind a rock, you throw the Molotov to one side, and then the fire spreads and starts damaging them, where sometimes with a frag or a Semtex you might not be able to get onto them, and of course the heartbeat sensor. So there we go. Let's dive into the gameplay and I'll start talking you through that. Right, here we go, Verdansk. So, as you will see, I'm going to use my usual jump far, loot safely technique. However, we go quite a way out of the circle in this particular initial drop. What happens is when the flight path appears, so it's kind of a southeast northwest with the circle in the northwest. So I decide to go to one of my favourite places, which is kind of the building site area down by Promenade. With a jump like this that's pretty far, you know, I open my chute straight away, and then we go straight to third person view just to make sure no one is trying to manoeuvre behind me to shoot me like this guy is. So I start to waggle. Guess you know he's lining me up. So he's gone, so that's good. So now I know I'm safe from being shot out of the sky, and it's really just taking the time to slowly float down to really... You're not wasting time at this point, but what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get a nice basic assault rifle or submachine gun with a secondary, with ammo, with trying to pick up as much cash as you can. If you're very lucky and you pick up a lot of cash, or you manage to shoot someone who's got a lot of cash who may come with you, then there's always the option of buying your custom loadout drop early. However, I always, well, 9 times out of 10, I rely on the free one that will appear with 15 seconds left to go before the first circle closes. But what I'm looking to buy is, well, I want to make sure I've got lots of armour. And I want to make sure I've bought a gas mask as well. They're my two kind of really common things. In solos now, I don't always get self-revive kits, because I find that whenever I have a self-revive kit, you get finished off by the person, so it doesn't really count. Now, I do get a little drone here, and so one of the things I do now is I'll pop the drone in the air in a second, just have a look round. because the drones are very good. Just seeing, is there anybody in the immediate area? So obviously if there isn't, you can run off at your leisure and not really worry about stuff, and that's what the drones are fantastic for. Just having a quick look round, any enemies in the immediate environment who might be a threat to me. If they're not, you know, we can carry on. Now I know I need to push north, and so I can see there's nobody around. So even if I had to push on foot, I'm probably going to be okay. So I head towards the buy station, and I'm very lucky at this point because in this orange supply box there is an armor satchel. So I'm very happy with that because it means, you know, I'm going in with loads of armor, and then I use my cash to buy a gas mask. And then I think, right, okay, well, let's just push towards the circle in safety, picking up cash as we go, and probably getting a vehicle. You know, I'm going to think about a vehicle. What cements that idea now is I've just been, somebody's taken out a contract on me. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we're not going to mess around now. We're going to get into the nearest vehicle. We're going to go, because although you can take up a defensive position, I'm a big believer that these early gunfights that you can have in Warzone can be a bit of a crapshoot. They can be a bit of a lottery because the server's not firing on all cylinders yet. There's a lot of people on it, and I think, well, I've got a long way to go, so I might as well just jump into a car, get away from this person with the bounty. That way, the only way they're going to catch up to me is in a vehicle. I'm going to hear them before I see them. So I head up the western side of the map again, just trying to stay away from the flight path as much as I can, just getting myself into a fairly out of the way position so that when the free loadout drop comes, which, as I say, it's about, I think it's 15 seconds before the first circle closes, chances are it's only either going to drop one for me or maybe one and another for someone else. Because if you're in a busy part of the map, sometimes you can have 4 of them coming down. So there's 4 people who are going to be running towards the supply drops, which means that you've got to be very, very careful indeed. And everybody knows this as well now, so they'll see 2 supply drops come down, 3 supply drops come down, they'll grab theirs, and then they'll sit on a hill looking out for who comes for the next one. If you are in that situation where you're not sure, just leave the supply drop until you have to go for it. You know, so the circle moves, and then go to the supply drop on the way. Wait for everybody else to go, because they do stick out. So here we go. So I've got my Kilo 141. So now I'm very happy. I've got, you know, fully loaded. So I've got all the ammo I need. I could probably do with some more RPG rockets, but you know, I'm pretty good. I've got a gas mask, and I've got plenty of armor. So all I'm doing now is I'm just coming into the circle and just plonking myself down and camping. That's all I'm doing. I'm just playing the edge and camping. Now what will happen in a minute is, as the circle comes in, because I'm near the northwest side of the map and we've got the dam, I've kind of got to think about, say with this circle, where will the next circle go? It's probably going to go over towards the military base, like there. So the question is, when you look at that circle there, the next one, where will the next circle be? Well, chances are it's not going to be near me. So I think what I should really be doing is getting a vehicle and trying to move towards the centre of the next circle. That's kind of a favourite strategy of mine, is when you get into the last few circles, well, actually, it's probably after the 3rd circle, get into a vehicle and move to the centre rather than risking running past everybody. I pick up a UAV. UAV is always good to have for this final circle. I've got enough money. Haven't got enough money for a self-revive kit. So my plan was to get this truck that should have been in that fire station. Unfortunately, somebody's driven it down the cliff face here. And I'm like, oh, okay, so time to go to plan B. There aren't any vehicles near me, so I think, okay, so we're going to have to go on foot now, so we're going to have to make our way across the dam. So I think, well, what I'll do is I'll risk it. I'll get to the edge of the next circle, I'll plonk myself down, and then we'll see where the next circle goes. So now I've plonked myself down. I'm very wary that people might be coming up through the dam and popping out one of the doors, so that's why I keep looking that way, or they'll be climbing up from that side of the dam to come across. I know they won't probably be coming from the centre of the circle towards me. That would be a bit of a strange move to do. So that's why I'm constantly looking in that direction, ready to pick people up. So the next circle's going to come in now. It's just going to pop. And I'm still in the next circle, and it's actually, you know, this is actually pretty good now. It looks like the fact that I couldn't get a vehicle and move across the dam into the centre of the area to sort of to the northeast of where I am doesn't really matter. So I'm just putting a marker down in the centre of the next circle so I know where I need to go, but I don't need to move yet because I'm still in the circle. So I'm staying in exactly the same place. Again, in solos, a lot of time it is a game of hide and seek. Now I see somebody in that house there, so I immediately drop, because if they've got a sniper they could see me. And now the next circle, you know, is coming in, so let's see where this one goes. Still keeping an eye on where people were coming if they climbed up the dam from that direction. Keeping an eye on my heartbeat sensor. Remember, I've got ghosts so they can't see me. So the circle's moved, but it hasn't moved very far. So now I know I've got to get to the edge of the dam and then go around. Because if I was to come down off the dam, it would be very difficult to climb up those cliffs, you know, in that dark area. So now I've got to get to the edge of the dam. Now I know that there's someone on my left at that house. And I know there's got to be people at the edge at the end of where the dam is, because they'll be coming from the military base area. So I'm just keeping an eye in that direction. So if anybody's got the high ground, I'll be able to see them and at least get some bullets into them. I'm also aware that there could be an opportunity to kill from the guy who's coming from the house, because I know he has to come this way. This is a bit risky because anybody off to my right would be able to see me. So I'm looking out for the guy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I think I see him at this point. I've got a suppressor, so I know other people won't be able to see me on the mini-map. So I've seen him now, so there he is. So we take him down. He manages to crawl to safety and get a res on. So this is where the res is good, but with the res, he hasn't got, you know, any armour left, so I'll take him down. Now, this is where I then start to hear gunfire at the end of the dam. So I know someone's having a bit of a where those houses are around that sort of area in the top left hand corner of the circle. I know people are having a bit of a ding dong over there, so I'm having a look, see if I can pick anybody out. It's very difficult to see. Right, so I hear that, you know, I can see that on the mini map as well. So I know there's people over there. I'm thinking, right, can I wait for one of them to kill one of the others? So I have a go at this guy, giving my position away. Fire an RPG into him with the hope, I think I'll sort of push him, but then he loops back round and gets some good shots on me. He's slightly to the left of where I'm aiming. There he is. He's there. So I'm like, woohoo! Almost dying. I think, right, okay, we've just got to jump off. We've got to heal up. He chooses not to push me because I'm not in the circle. I think, well, he knows where I am. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to parachute off and see if we can make it over to this lip here, which luckily I do. So that I was very lucky there, really. And then I know the guy off to the left probably isn't going to try and push me down this cliff, although, you know, anybody else could. So I'm just going to hold right on the edge of this circle now. Right on the edge of the circle. I'm just listening out, waiting for the right point to pop my UAV. Still plenty of people left. I think there's still 7 people left. Maybe 6 now. Gas is coming in. I know there has to be people up there. So another good circle for me, just popping a marker down in the middle so I know where I should be going. Again, just listening out, looking out. Nobody's going to push towards me because I'm on the edge of a cliff here. You know, but you've got to watch your flanks. People sometimes like to sweep around. The really good players will be sweeping around the edge of the circle because they know that's where people stop. You know, people do what I'm doing. And so they'll run around in a spiral looking for enemies in order to take them out early. Luckily, I'm not that good so often in my lobbies. I don't have players who do that sort of thing. So I am going backwards and forwards here, just having a look around. Pop the UAV, just so I can see where people are. So I see there's someone on the far side of the circle. I know there has to be someone on my left, so he must have Ghost on. I don't want to push too far in. I think at this point I see someone come. I see the guy coming up the hill. And although we don't kill him, we manage to get a couple of bullets into him. There he is, so there's a guy there. Get a few bullets into him. Reload, back off. No need to push him. He comes back round. Now we're into the final circles now, so the circle is actually going to move, so that's why that white line is there. Now I'm pretty sure there's a guy in this house. I'm just pushing to the back. I can hear gunfire to my left. Somebody just died, so there's got to be another guy here, probably in that house. There he is. So we take that guy out. And now I've got to run to the next circle. Now I know there's a guy on my right because I was shooting at him earlier. So let's use this opportunity just to get another armour on. This is where the gas mask is coming in handy. So I know there's a guy off to my right. It's me versus him. Right, there he is. He's in the house already. Now at this point what I could have done is throw an RPG in. However, I know he has to jump out of this house to run towards the next circle. So my plan is to get him as he comes out of the house. So I armour up and I wait. Here he comes. Right, he's broken the glass and I managed to miss him, I think, with all my bullets. I don't think he's got a gas mask because he starts legging it out. So I throw my Molotov after him and then finish him off with a gun. Pretty lucky that one, but it shows, you know, sometimes you make your own luck. And by, you know, making sure I had a gas mask on, making sure I had the Kilo 140 with those extended mags, so I could hip fire for that long to damage him. And he unfortunately made the wrong decision in running to safety. But maybe he didn't have a gas mask, so that's what he had to do instead of trying to finish me off, which allowed me to finish him off that way. So there we go, another solo Warzone walkthrough. Hopefully that's helpful. We'll see everybody again soon. Thank you.